Dragon Ball Super movie BROLY premiere just came out today, and of course, as we all knew and expected to happen, it gave us a lot of things about the Dragon Ball Super movie, which is officially coming out on 14th of December in Japan and also on January around the world. So there are some things that we actually learned from today, and actually we got some of the fans' reactions or people who were there, and everything that I saw up until this point was very positive. Of course, the premiere was also streamed on Persico by the official Dragon Ball Super Twitter, which we got a chance to see the voice actors and sneak peek of little things here and there. But the most important thing, something that we actually got and we actually knew was going to happen, is Gogeta Blue is going to be appearing on the new movie. Also, just to further these spoilers, we already know that there is not going to be Ultra Instinct Goku appearing on this movie at all. The reasoning behind it is quite simple, and we can see why they went with it. But Gogeta is actually going to be quote-unquote canon, as fans like to call it. But the movie itself is actually very well constructed, as we can see from what people are saying. But I don't want to get into too many details and ruin everything for everybody, because people want to watch it and I'm not going to be talking about it in details. But I'm just going to say that the movie is going to be a bit controversial, as it was explained, but still in the end it is going to be very good. We are going to have different sorts of feelings, and it actually brings the old Dragon Ball back into the scene. This is all what you want to know, as this is going to just get you more hyped up about the movie itself, because I'm not giving a lot of details out about it. Just that Gogeta has been confirmed, which is something that pretty much we all knew was going to happen. It's not a surprise for us, this is something that we know for months now, especially with the My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia. Character designer came out and said that he is trying to draw Gogeta, and of course he's going to be one of the animators on the new movie. So there was little to no surprise for us into Gogeta appearing. It was a bit surprising that they are not melting it with Ultra Instinct, but I'm really glad that they did not go on that road and just left Ultra Instinct for the future. Of course, Dragon Ball is not going to end here by any means. It is still one of the most, if not the most successful anime out there, as we saw by the Bandai that Dragon Ball makes a lot more money than most of the other animes that are currently airing, like One Piece and something of that nature. I don't want to get into those details a lot, but Dragon Ball is still way too big to be ending, and this has just confirmed it. Look at the hype surrounding this movie, and look how many people are actually invested on this movie to come out. Of course, there are other things that came out, and as we all know, the official theme or the official song has been released, and I will link it in the description down below so all of you can check it out, because it is absolutely an amazing song that keeps growing on me and I can't stop listening to it. But now back to the main point, which is Gogeta. I'm not gonna say how he appeared, what he appeared, but some little things that you want to know about him, and that is that Gogeta is still keeping his old design. Nothing is really changing about it, except that he is actually going Super Saiyan Blue instead of the original Super Saiyan which he ended Janemba, because of course times have changed when Gogeta first appeared, and now we got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and everything of that nature. Of course, we don't know everything, we don't know the stages that Gogeta goes through, but we know that he is going to be appearing on the Super Saiyan Blue form on this new movie, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, there is also a confirmation of something that we already knew about Yuya Takahashi being a supervisor on this movie, and it's great. We all loved how Takahashi performed on the Dragon Ball Super, on the Dragon Ball Super, on the Tournament of Power, but now seeing him being even more invested on Dragon Ball is absolutely great. Of course, Takahashi has been all over the trailers that have been shown, because they are well aware of how much love and how much hype Yuya Takahashi has gathered within the Dragon Ball community, and rightly so. They are trying to use it rightly on the marketing to promote the movie more and more. It gets us more excited, and there are a lot of things about this movie animation which was absolutely gorgeous. Everybody is excited to see it, and I am excited to see it. On the 9th of December I'm going to be in Japan and going to be watching the movie live, and this is the first time for me, and I'm absolutely excited for it, and time couldn't go any slower at this point. But now back to Gogeta once again. Gogeta, it is just the original Akira Toriyama fusion. For people who didn't really know, Gogeta actually was designed by Toriyama before Vegeta actually appeared on the original manga, because fusion was the first concept that Toriyama brought, and then he came up with the Potara because he didn't want everything to be just recycled. So he used the Potara earrings to actually create Vegeta and have Vegeta on the show, and that is why some people tend to call Vegeta canon, even though in some instances Gogeta has always been, because he's been drawn originally by Akira Toriyama, and of course then we saw it animated on the movie, and it was absolutely fantastic. It all makes sense into why Gogeta is such a very hyped up character, because we haven't seen him a lot. Of course he made an appearance as Super Saiyan 4 on Dragon Ball GT, but Super Gogeta is just somebody that we have seen for like 3 minutes, 4, 5, something around that nature. He finished the job very early on, and his scene was just way too good for the fans to actually forget it. It was something that had impact, and that is something that we are trying, or we are hoping to see get repeated on this new movie. I am absolutely very happy with the direction that Dragon Ball is taking, and the future of Dragon Ball, as I keep repeating, is very bright. We are just at the beginning of the revamp of Dragon Ball, where we are going to see things being far more carefully made, and they are not going to just put it out there, because we saw how drained the fans got with Dragon Ball being very poor in general, the modern Dragon Ball, and many people just moved away from the franchise. Probably this is going to bring a lot of people back, because the more people we have, the more people we watch, the more Dragon Ball gets hyped up, the more it is going to be live. It is going to live, not to be live, English. So just in general, to just get, this movie is the absolute best movie that Dragon Ball has come with, and I am really fascinated by the work they have put in. Of course, all of this hype that they have gathered around this movie is going to be paying back on that, and as I said before, we are going to have some different feelings while watching it, because it tends to get very emotional, which is something that Dragon Ball actually did lack a lot on the modern era. Most of the things just really weren't catching us. It just gave no feelings whatsoever, and it was yeah, let's move on. Now this is something that where we get that back. We get hooked in with the story, and we actually feel everything that is going on there. One other thing that I want to add is that Bardock and Guinea thing from the Dragon Ball Minus is still quite a bit controversial, and that is something that you have to watch for yourself and actually give your opinion on it when the movie comes out. Either you're going to Japan to watch it, or you're waiting for the US or the worldwide release that is going to be on January. Gogeta is confirmed, no train sync. This is all the spoilers that I'm going to give about this movie. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Did you actually watch the live premiere that Dragon Ball Super official Twitter showed to us? Of course, it is very late at night for me, so I apologize if I'm a bit sluggish on my talking. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled if you don't want to miss out on any further content. And as far as the video goes, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.